NEC 110.26 specifies minimum headroom requirements for working spaces around electrical equipment. This section of the code mandates a minimum headroom of 6 feet above the electrical equipment or working platform. The purpose of this requirement is to ensure that personnel have adequate space to safely perform maintenance, repairs, and troubleshooting tasks on electrical equipment. Insufficient headroom can create a safety hazard, increasing the risk of electrical shock, injury, or even fatality. The NEC emphasizes the importance of providing a safe working environment for electricians and other qualified personnel. CE certification indicates that a product complies with European safety standards. It signifies that the equipment has been designed and manufactured to meet certain safety requirements primarily within the European Economic Area. However, CE certification does not automatically guarantee compliance with North American standards such as those outlined in the NEC. While CE certification may address some aspects of electrical safety, it does not cover all the specific requirements detailed in the NEC. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards tailored to the electrical systems and practices in North America. Therefore, equipment bearing CE certification must still be evaluated for compliance with all applicable NEC provisions. In situations where equipment with CE certification does not fully meet NEC requirements, modifications or additional safety measures may be necessary to ensure compliance and maintain a safe working environment. When equipment is installed, both the installer and the end user share the responsibility for ensuring compliance with the NEC. The installer is responsible for correctly implementing the electrical system according to code, while the end user is responsible for maintaining the system and ensuring that it operates safely. Firstly, the installer must have a thorough understanding of the NEC and its requirements. This includes proper wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and working clearances. Secondly, the end user needs to ensure that the electrical system is inspected and maintained regularly to prevent hazards. Thirdly, both parties must work together to address any potential safety issues and ensure that the electrical system meets all applicable codes and standards. In situations where equipment does not meet NEC requirements, it is strongly recommended to modify the equipment to achieve compliance. This may involve relocating components, adding additional safety features, or implementing alternative solutions that meet the intent of the code. Modifying equipment to meet NEC requirements is essential for ensuring the safety of personnel working on or near electrical equipment. While such modifications may introduce delays or additional costs, they are a necessary investment to mitigate potential risks and maintain a safe working environment. Failure to comply with NEC requirements can have serious consequences, including fines, legal liabilities, and most importantly, the potential for electrical accidents and injuries. Therefore, it is crucial to prioritize NEC compliance and take the necessary steps to ensure that all electrical equipment and systems meet the required standards. In summary, CE certification does not exempt the equipment from compliance with local codes such as the NEC. The responsibility for ensuring NEC compliance falls on both the installer and the end user. Modifying equipment to meet NEC requirements is the safest and most appropriate solution. When dealing with situations where equipment headroom does not meet NEC requirements, several options should be considered to ensure compliance and maintain a safe working environment. One option is to relocate the electrical panel to a location that provides the required headroom. This may involve moving the panel to a different area of the equipment or modifying the equipment structure to create more space. Relocating the panel can be a significant undertaking, but it may be the most effective way to achieve compliance without compromising safety. Another option is to add a raised platform to provide additional headroom. This involves constructing a platform that raises the working surface to a level that meets the minimum headroom requirement of 6 feet. The platform must be sturdy and stable, and it should be designed to support the weight of personnel and any tools or equipment used during maintenance or troubleshooting. A raised platform can be a practical solution when relocating the electrical panel is not feasible. In cases where the equipment's design prevents modifications to meet headroom requirements, alternative measures must be taken to ensure safe working clearances. This may involve implementing administrative controls, such as requiring personnel to use specific tools or procedures that minimize the risk of electrical contact. It may also involve providing additional training to personnel on safe work practices and the hazards associated with working in confined spaces. Furthermore, it is important to conduct a thorough risk assessment to identify potential hazards and implement appropriate mitigation measures. This may involve using personal protective equipment, such as insulated gloves and safety glasses, and ensuring that the area around the electrical panel is well lit and free of obstructions. By implementing a combination of engineering controls, administrative controls, and personal protective equipment, it is possible to create a safe working environment even when equipment does not fully meet NEC Headroom requirements. It is important to document all alternative measures taken and to ensure that they are followed consistently by all personnel working on or near the electrical equipment. Regular inspections and audits should be conducted to verify the effectiveness of these measures and to identify any areas for improvement. In addition to addressing headroom requirements, it is also important to consider other aspects of electrical safety, such as proper grounding, overcurrent protection, and wiring methods. The NEC provides detailed requirements for these areas, and it is essential to ensure that all electrical systems are installed and maintained in accordance with these requirements. Proper grounding is critical for preventing electrical shock and ensuring the safe operation of electrical equipment. The NEC specifies the requirements for grounding electrodes, grounding conductors, and bonding methods. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from excessive current flow. The NEC specifies the ratings and types of overcurrent protection devices that must be used in various applications. Wiring methods must comply with the NEC requirements for conductor size, insulation type, and installation practices. Improper wiring can create a fire hazard or increase the risk of electrical shock. By paying attention to all aspects of electrical safety, it is possible to create a safe and reliable electrical system that protects personnel and equipment from harm. Regular maintenance and inspections are essential for identifying and addressing potential problems before they lead to accidents or injuries. When working with electrical equipment, it is important to follow all safety precautions and to use appropriate personal protective equipment. Only qualified personnel should perform electrical work, and they should be properly trained and equipped to do the job safely. By following these guidelines, it is possible to minimize the risk of electrical accidents and injuries and to create a safe working environment for all. The NEC serves as a valuable resource for ensuring electrical safety, and it is important to consult the code whenever there are questions or concerns about electrical installations or equipment. The NEC is updated regularly to reflect new technologies and best practices, so it is important to stay current with the latest edition of the code. By adhering to the NEC requirements and following safe work practices, it is possible to prevent electrical accidents and injuries and to create a safe and reliable electrical system. Furthermore, it is essential to recognize that electrical safety is an ongoing process that requires continuous vigilance and attention to detail. Regular training, inspections, and audits are necessary to maintain a safe working environment and to identify and address potential hazards before they lead to accidents or injuries. By fostering a culture of safety and encouraging all personnel to prioritize electrical safety, it is possible to create a workplace where electrical accidents are rare and preventable. The NEC provides a framework for ensuring electrical safety, but it is ultimately up to each individual to take responsibility for their own safety and the safety of others. By working together and following safe work practices, it is possible to create a workplace where electrical hazards are minimized and where everyone can work safely and productively. In conclusion, when dealing with equipment that does not meet NEC Headroom requirements, it is important to take a comprehensive approach that includes engineering controls, administrative controls, and personal protective equipment. Modifying the equipment to meet NEC requirements is the preferred solution, but if that is not feasible, alternative measures must be taken to ensure safe working clearances. By following these guidelines and prioritizing electrical safety, it is possible to create a safe and reliable electrical system that protects personnel and equipment from harm. It is also important to consult with qualified electrical professionals to ensure that all electrical installations and equipment comply with applicable codes and standards. These professionals have the knowledge and experience to identify potential hazards and to recommend appropriate solutions. By seeking their expertise, it is possible to ensure that all electrical systems are safe and reliable. In addition, it is important to document all electrical work and to maintain accurate records of inspections, maintenance, and repairs. These records can be valuable for identifying trends and for tracking the effectiveness of safety measures. By maintaining accurate records and sharing information with all personnel, it is possible to create a culture of safety and to continuously improve electrical safety practices. Furthermore, it is essential to stay informed about new technologies and best practices in electrical safety. By attending training courses, reading industry publications, and participating in professional organizations, it is possible to stay up to date on the latest developments and to implement new and improved safety measures. By continuously learning and improving, it is possible to create a workplace where electrical hazards are minimized and where everyone can work safely and productively. In the end, electrical safety is a shared responsibility that requires the commitment of all personnel. By working together and following safe work practices, it is possible to create a workplace where electrical accidents are rare and preventable. And by continuously striving to improve electrical safety practices, it is possible to create a workplace where everyone can work safely and with confidence. The NEC requirements are not merely suggestions, they are legally enforceable standards designed to protect lives and property. Compliance with the NEC is not only a matter of ethical responsibility, but also a legal obligation. Failure to comply with the NEC can result in fines, legal liabilities, and even criminal charges in cases of negligence or willful misconduct. Therefore, it is crucial to prioritize NEC compliance and to take the necessary steps to ensure that all electrical equipment and systems meet the required standards. This includes obtaining the necessary permits, conducting thorough inspections, and implementing appropriate safety measures. It also includes providing adequate training to personnel and ensuring that they are aware of the risks associated with electrical work. By taking these steps, it is possible to minimize the risk of electrical accidents and injuries and to protect the safety of all personnel and the public. The NEC is a complex and comprehensive document, and it can be challenging to interpret and apply its requirements correctly. Therefore, it is often necessary to consult with qualified electrical professionals to ensure that all electrical installations and equipment comply with applicable codes and standards. These professionals have the knowledge and experience to identify potential hazards and to recommend appropriate solutions. They can also assist with obtaining the necessary permits and conducting thorough inspections. By seeking their expertise, it is possible to ensure that all electrical systems are safe and reliable and that they comply with all applicable legal requirements. In addition to complying with the NEC, it is also important to follow any other applicable federal, state, or local regulations related to electrical safety. These regulations may include requirements for specific types of equipment, such as hazardous location equipment or medical equipment. They may also include requirements for specific types of work, such as high-voltage work or confined space work. By complying with all applicable regulations, it is possible to create a comprehensive safety program that protects personnel and the public from electrical hazards. It is also important to remember that electrical safety is not just about complying with regulations, it is also about fostering a culture of safety within the organization. This means creating a workplace where safety is valued and where employees are encouraged to report potential hazards without fear of reprisal. It also means providing adequate training to personnel and ensuring that they are aware of the risks associated with electrical work. By fostering a culture of safety, it is possible to prevent accidents and injuries and to create a workplace where everyone can work safely and productively.